Hello and Assalamualaikum to semua Fadli and those watching my presentation today. My name is Hasdayati bin Usman and I'm from the History B, which is my metric number is 1057. Today, I would like to present about my final project of plant health care, which is the title is Pest and Disease Attack on Plant. So for the introduction, in this world, some plants need a good maintenance to grow up healthily and produce quality product for consumer. This is because there are lots of pests and disease that attack on the plant. So they have their own control method to prevent the pests and disease to be attacked on plant. This is have two control method, which is the first one is biological or cultural control, and the second one is chemical control. So what the meaning of pest and disease? The definition of pest is a destructive insect or other animals that attack on crop. And the disease definition is malfunctioning of host cell and tissue that result from their continuous irritation by a pathogenic agent or even environment factor and leads to the development of symptom. So this is the pest and disease attack on plant that I found in my residential area. So for the first pest that I found is Pilantus ninuri, which is, if you all can look here, this is the picture of Pilantus ninuri that I taken in my residential area. So what the attacker on plant? This is the pest, which is the sageweed. The common name is chamber beetle. The scientific name is Pilantus ninuri, and the family name is Pilantaceae. The disease diagnosis on this plant is dry and yellow plants. Next is grow unhealthily due to lack of nutrient, air, and sunlight. So for the characteristic of this chamber beetle is a small erect annual herbs. Second is growing up to 30 until 60 cm. The branches are spreading and close set. The leaflet are green. The fruits capsule very small. As you all can look here at the picture, this is the picture of the fruit of this chamber beetle. Okay, the flower are found at the underside of leaf edges and the seeds are pale brown. So let me delete first. Okay, so this sageweed I found at my residential area, which is at 6:07 p.m. at 17 October 2020, Taman Mula Jaya, Ampang, Selangor. The climate is most often in sunny location that are irrigated or remain moist. So for the favorable factor for attack, these commonly occur in disturbing area, which is a greenhouse, turf area, and landscape beds. And the another factor is at irrigation system area, and weeds commonly grows often through drainage hole. So this is have two method of control, which is the first one is physical control, physical or cultural control. For physical or cultural control, first we can reduce the irrigation first, and next we can ensure irrigation system are well maintained. Third, we can hand pull long step pilantus as soon as it's seen. And the last one, we can use deep shade and mulching. For the chemical control, we have here two, which is the pre-emergence and post-emergence, which is the means of pre-emergence is we apply the herbicides before we planting the plants. And for the meaning of post-emergence here is we apply the herbicides after we planting the plants. So for the pre-emergence, we can use prodiamine, ixozaban, oryzalin, oxadizone, oxyfluorophane, flumioxazine, and indaphyllem. For the emergence, we can use glyphosate, diquat, and glufosinate. And here, you all can look the herbicide application and the amount of application. So for first, we for prodiamine 65 Wg, we can apply it 180 gram per acre. For ixozaban, we can use in 10 gallons or more of water carrier per acre, and so on lah. You all can look here is many we can use herbicide here for prevent the weeds to grow. And here you all can look the pictures of prodiamine, and this is the picture of ixozaban. Okay, for next pest and disease that I found is Origia leucostigma, which is the attacker on plant is pest, eat insect. The common name is white mark tussock moth. Scientific name is Origia leucostigma, and the family name is Arabidae. The disease diagnosis on this plant is cold feeding and edge feeding. As you all can look here, the pictures of white mark to soap moths, and this is the picture after it's become a butterfly. Um, for the characteristic of white mark to soap moths, first is size 1 until 1.5 inches. It's very polypagous. Its color are light gray or yellow. It's primarily considered to be a pest on deciduous tree. Yet it have a distribution limited to eastern North America. It for dissemination, spin a stick thread that they use to fly with the wing. It also can be transported as an egg on infest plant material, including woodpecker material. So I found this pest at my residential area at 6:45 p.m. at 17 October 2020, Taman Mula Jaya, Ampang, Selangor. For the climates, I found most often sunny and most location that located and widely planting. For the favorable factor here, it's very polar pagans and many of its hosts are widely planted and cultivated. It's present in climate types are widely. So here also have two control method, which is the physical cultural control. We can use the nestling survival of mountain bluebirds. We also can make a fertigation system. We also can remove it manually. For the chemical control, we also have two, which is the pre-emergence and also post-emergence. For pre-emergence, we can use chlorophos. For post-emergence, we can use malation, Bacillus thuringiensis, and polyhedral virus. So this is the picture of chlorophos, and this is the picture of malation. So the pesticide application and amount here. There's a lot of application we can use. For example, we can use a malation. We can mix is 0.4 gallons of malation in at least 10 gallons of water. Apply a minimum of 10 gallons of mixture per acre. And for polyhedral virus, we can use 1 gallon mixed with 4.4 L water per acre. So, okay, let me delete first. Okay, next next pest and disease that I found is owl snail. Okay, for owl snail, the type of attack on plant is pest, which is insects. And here you all can look the pictures of owl snail. Okay, the common name of this picture is owl snail. The scientific name is Alopeus garcial. The family name is Achatimidae. For the disease diagnosis on plant is it leaf, shoot, and flower that creating holes. So for the characteristic of this owl snail, it's a genus Osmotropical. It have a yellow body. You can look here, yellow body. It have a elongated shell here, elongated shell. It's air-breathing land snail, omnivorous, feeding on green plants, fungi, and animal matter. It's also consume only about 1.5 cm square per diameter of favorite food, which is its latest or at maturity. So I found this owl snail at odd time 2:21 p.m. at 1 November 2020 at Taman Mula Jaya, Ampang, Selangor. The climate is most often is wet and shaded area, which is at the greenhouse and under stones, and the temperature habitat life is 19.5 darjah Celsius to 32 degrees Celsius. For favorable factors for attacks, it usually occur widely in tropical and subtropical area of Asia. It sometimes occur in temperature area which is wet. So here also have two methods of control, which is the physical or cultural control and also chemical control. For physical or cultural control, we can remove the snails and their eggs manually. Second, we can use the colony maintenance. For the chemical control, we only have a post-emergence, which is the metaldehyde granule and toxibite formulation. So here you all can look the pictures of metaldehyde granule and the pictures of sterified. For the pesticide application and amount for sterified, we can use 20 pounds per acre per year, and metaldehyde granule we can use 10 pounds per acre. So this is about snails. Next, what I found in my residential is disease of edge feedings, which is the pictures is like this. This disease like this, and this is the causing by. Okay, the attacker is disease edge feeding and causing by insect which chews mouth part, which is for the example grasshopper like this. Okay, for disease diagnosis, the leaf chew and eaten from the edge. Yeah, the edge is eaten by the insect. Okay, for the characteristic insect that I found, grasshopper, is roughly 600 pieces of grasshopper. 30 of those varieties cause serious damage to landscape, and they are herbivorous, which is chewing the leaf. They can cause extensive plant damage and loss. So I found this disease at 6:38 p.m. at 17 October 2020, Taman Mulia Jaya, Ampang Selangor. The climate at that time is widely location and sunny and moist location. For favorable factors for attack, it's mostly like cause damage in subhumid and semi-arid area, and also irregular irrigation system area. This is also have two, which is can use physical or cultural control and also chemical control. For physical or cultural control, we can use eliminate weeds. Second, we can encourage natural predators such as birds. Third, we can apply garlic spray. Next, we can raise chicken because chicken can eat vast quantities of grasshopper. Next, we can apply biological controls such as Nosema locutus and Beauveria bassiana. It was a fungus. For the chemical control, we can use pre-emergence and also post-emergence, which is the pre-emergence is canola oil. The amount canola oil we can use is 95 to 240 gallons of oil per acre. And for post-emergent is carbaryl. We can use 4-liter insecticide per 1 to 4 gallons of water. Okay, that's all about the disease of edge feeding. So next is the last one is powdery mildew disease. This disease causing by fungus, which is the fungus is commonly is Eryphehales, aka mycoparasite. The disease diagnosis that are found at the plant is like this. Powdery white spot will develop like this, powdery white, and it's also curl and break like this. It break, and also it appear a small round cluster with flow-like consistency. Here the pictures of erypus in microscope. Okay, for the characteristics of fungus, its family Eryphaceae. The Eryphaceae include 16 genera and probably about 400 species. It can eradicate whole population of its host. It also can grow biotropically. Okay, I found this disease at 2:06 p.m. at 1 November 2020, Taman Mulia Jaya, Ampang Selangor, and the climate is wet and moist condition. The temperature range needs to be between 10 to 18 degrees Celsius. The favorable factors for the attack develop in humid and overcrowded condition. It's also at wet condition. It also can control by physical or cultural control and also chemical control. For physical or cultural control, we can plant in full sun to prevent the spore from germination on leaf. Second, we can choose varieties of plant that are resistant. We also can use composting. We also can use spray leaf. We also can use mix the part milk and part water to spray on the stem on leaf. Next, we can avoid watering direct to leaf. We also can remove the dispose of diseased plants part. For chemical control, we only use post-emergence, which is the first is hydrogen peroxide, and the second is miclobutanylis, Eagle 20. Here the picture of the fungicide we applied. Okay, for the amount of fungicides we apply is, for hydrogen peroxides, we apply 35 of it per 100 gallons of water. For microbutanylis, we apply 240 millimeters per 100 gallons of spray mixture. So that's all about the pests and disease that I found in my residential area. Okay, the conclusion is there are lots of pests and disease that can harmful our planting. So ensure our planting's location and its well maintenance to avoid this attack on by pests and disease. Because well maintenance will produce good quality product for our planting. So this is the reference of my research, and that's all about my presentation. Thank you and have a good day.